Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ATR's War Bedlam Media's premier wrestling podcast covering AEW to WWE. I'm Sam in the SLB, future governor of NXT, potentially TNA as well, host of ATR's War at ATR Rising Sun. Alongside me today is the man behind X Wrestling's Nostradamus, Scott.
Well, we got some results for Crown Jewel, TNA Bound for Glory, and a few other little topics today, but it's going to be a good conversation, boys. Let's get this going.
And it will be, as well as the third man, the man in black, the main recipient and beneficiary of the Clone Ethan 2026 campaign, and my co-host from ATR Rising Sun and current Bedlam Media champion, Ethan.
It's me, the M.I.B. Yeah. Yes, I'm back after a few weeks of doing my project for 2026. So, yeah.
Need some samples. Need all kinds of samples.
Yes.
Rounding out the cast, joining us once again, the prolapse plane of existence, the man with all the stats, John the Stat Man.
Prolapsed plane of existence.
I needed something that worked with plane of existence. I was thinking like a plane, like a flat plane, and I needed something that was like contradictory of it being flat. And I'm like, prolapse is good.
rolls right off the tongue. Yeah.
Right?
There we go.
All right. Before we begin, guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Also on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, and YouTube. Also, we have a Discord, which I need to advertise more. We're going to start off the show. First and foremost, guys, Fridays from now on. Scott and I recorded this the other week. We're now back on Fridays. So we can talk about pay-per-views before they happen. Woo-hoo. That being said, Wrestle Dream is happening this weekend, guys. Will we be watching? We don't know. Stephanie had some cool ideas on how to watch stuff, but we won't go there. We'll talk about it weekend, guys. Crown Jewel, Perth, and Bound for Glory. We're going to get some fun things to discuss about Bound for Glory because Scott was there.
I was.
Let's talk about Perth, though, because I feel like this is one I want to spend some more time on Bound for Glory. Ethan, do us your favor, and run down the results in the Ethan ratings.
Cool. I'll give you cage match too, because boy, there was some controversy. So opening match was Australia Street Fight, Braun Reap, which honestly he needed that win. Gotta be honest.
Yep.
Defeat Roman Reigns at 21 minutes and 5 seconds. Wow, that was long. Women's Crown Jewel title. Stephanie Kirby beat Tiffany Stratton 10 minutes 6 seconds. Second year in a row, the Women's World Champion wins the title.
Mm-hmm.
John Cena beat AJ Styles at 27 minutes, 12 seconds. I love the throwback to TNA, by the way, for AJ.
Beautiful. Yep.
Cinema. Tag team action. Io Scott, stop it. And Rhea Ripley defeating the Kabuki Warriors at 19 minutes and 57 seconds. And the main event Crown Jewel title. Seth Rollins beat last year's champion Cody Rhodes at 29 minutes and 43 seconds. So I'll do cage match first and I'll give mine. So the Australian Street Fight had 6.42 rating. Okay. Women's Crown Jewel title match 7.4. The Cena Styles had 9.07, so that's a good one. 7.55 for Io and Rhea versus Kabuki Warriors, and 8.34 for the Crown Jewel title. My ratings: Bronson and Roman 7 out of 10. Women's Crown Jewel title match 6 out of 10. Cena and Styles 10 out of 10. So Scott, that's 3 now. The Cena. Yep. The women's tag match 7 out of 10, and the men's Crown Jewel title match 8 out of 10. So 2 on this show.
Yeah, that Cena and AJ Styles match was like the perfect ode to wrestling. It's just the callbacks, the beautiful moment with the Sister Abigail and the crowd just understanding the assignment, taking out their phones, and you see Cena when he finally when he notices the crowd, and he almost looks like he's about to choke up a little bit, and it's just like, it was just so good.
I love the throwback to TNA too, and I love how Perth was trying to get him to do the 619. He's like, okay, and then he doesn't do it. I'm like, oh, please do it. I wish he did, just for shits and giggles.
And if I remember correctly, didn't AJ wear his like very beginning TNA, not his actual gear, but like the same colors and everything?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, he posted the PWI inside from like years ago of him and Cena saying it's a dream match. And
that's right. Yeah. Yep.
And that exact same gear, so it was beautiful.
Yeah.
But that was my match with the show, so and it was a quick watch, so
yeah, 27-minute match did not feel like it was 27 minutes.
To go off of what you said, Scott, for me, this definitely felt like a celebration of the 21st century's, wrestling era, because these two have not just been a decade or two. I mean, John Cena and AJ. I mean, AJ obviously started in WCW, but I mean, they were both cornerstones in the 2000s, in the 2010s,
Yep.
and even with AJ coming over to WWE, he lost no. And to be honest with you, not to knock the rest of the card is all right, but this was literally the crown jewel of the pay-per-view.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
I forgot I was gonna say now. God damn it. All right, this is the 5th time these two faced off, so.
Yep.
Out of their 5, this is, I think their SummerSlam one's still the best one. I know,
Yeah,
the Rumble. Sorry, I meant the Rumble, the 2017.
That was the Rumble. That was when AJ won, right? Or was that
Cena won? That was his 16th, the tie flare.
That's right. Yep.
The Money in the Bank one's my least favorite one just because of the ending.
Mm.
Like, it was still good, but I didn't like the interference. But it's great. Now he's down to 2 dates.
The only thing I'll say about that match was like they seem to do everything, so it begs the question of what's going to happen in his actual last match. I mean, we're going to get there in this episode, but yeah, it's they did everything
Yeah.
that you could possibly do, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if it was anybody else, I'd probably say okay, like he was too much. But in this scenario, like I'm okay with both of them doing it.
Yeah. Because now we have AJ stating, I believe it was that week, saying that 2026 is going to be his final year in wrestling. So it's like, God, back-to-back years, you're going to lose 2 of the best that have ever done it. So it's rough.
Well, because Styles told Tokyo Sports he was thinking about it, so Cole asked him about it, and AJ's like, "Yeah, pretty much."
You know what they should do?
Put him in New Japan with Tanahashi.
Oh, yes, realistically, but I think if as long as this relationship is strong, AJ should be inducted into both TNA and WWE's Hall of Fame same year.
Yeah. Yep.
I can see that.
Yeah, he's a shoo-in for TNA's Hall of Fame, and obviously I'd say the same thing for WWE's side of things too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised.
He'll be in both.
I'm surprised he's not even in TNA one, honestly.
Well, probably because he was in WWE for so long, and Vince not exactly wanting to play nice with anybody else. So nowadays, you're allowed to do stuff like that. So,
do you think had this remained under Vince's hands, this would have come up? This relationship?
No. I don't think so.
Vince is allergic.
And if it did, TNA would have been buried. Like, probably legitimately buried in this whole thing.
Vince McMahon is very set in his own ways, and who's going to go over his head? So it's like, so I don't think that would have happened. If he was
he would have bought TNA.
Probably. Or at least he would have tried, yeah.
Bought it, then another invasion angle, put them in the ground. Probably not even more so. I don't know. Because TNA hasn't really been a competitor.
No, the post. I mean, I'd even say maybe the Dixie Carter era didn't exactly help their cause, but the Hogan and Bischoff era definitely did not do anything good for them. I think the only reason why they kind of stayed afloat was because of Aces and Eights, and then the broken Matt Hardy universe. But yeah, that was I think those 2 things probably saved that company at the time. But yeah, otherwise, woof, it was a little rough.
Anything else about the show that we want to discuss, or are we kind of like, because I honestly, I think about this whole card, rest of it's all right. Cena Styles is like the most important and probably best piece of the show.
Yeah, Roman Styles told the Usos don't see me till Christmas.
Yeah. Also, like congratulations to Stephanie Vaquer for her having her 4 titles now in the first less than 12 months of her career.
Yep.
It's pretty good.
She's on her way to being most Mercedes Monet.
Yeah, right.
Uh,
Except she can actually wrestle. Anyway.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
Uh,
Now, technically, I'm gonna be techno here. Only 8 are actually active. 2
No,
of them
that's
don't
true.
count.
That's right. Yep. Yeah, that's true.
2 of them don't count.
yeah.
Are they dumping belts onto her because they're not using those belts anymore? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
We need a placeholder. Hey, Monet, come over here.
Yeah.
Girl, you ain't got anything going on. Boom.
Get your ass to Denmark.
All right. So, Ethan, what's the overall Ethan score on this one? We can move over to the
8, just because of Cena and Styles.
without Cena and Styles.
5.
Wow. Okay.
Fair. Well, let's talk about the crowd record-beating Bound for Glory up in
right.
Lowell. Scott, before we get into this, how was it to be? How was the show in person?
I liked it a lot in person. A near sellout crowd for Lowell. It was like, I think it was 7,700 and something, which was their largest crowd in all of North America for them. And I was just like, wow. I thought maybe when they went to New York City, it might have been more, but apparently not. But I'll take it. It was a lot of fun. I sat next to some really awesome people, so it made the show that much better. That's always a good part when you get like shitty people around you. It's like it kind of takes the show down. But I've been very lucky. Pretty much all the wrestling shows I've gone to have been with really awesome people around me. So yeah, it made the night real good.
Did they have deodorant on?
Everybody smelled wonderful, including myself. So it all worked out.
Because there's before we talk, because the reason I joke I asked is because there's a Reddit thing of a guy, I guess him and his wife had to move seats from the front row to somewhere else because some guy stunk really bad.
Woof. Ugh.
And it was so bad they had to move. Damn. But yeah, so I joke at that. So,
Wow.
so.
Well, let's then hop right into this card, Ethan. Why don't you run down the results and we'll talk about the Ethan picks and get right into it.
Okay, so the pre-show match was Knockouts Tag Title match. The Inspiration defeat the Elegance brand of Heather in 5 minutes. Let's be honest, I think they would have more time, but I think the Hall of Fame speech went too long.
That's all right. I had no problem listening to all 3 of those ladies talk.
Oh,
Salem will be back.
Okay. So main show kicks off with the international title. Steve Madden comes the 2-time champ defeat Frank Kazarian 8 minutes and 1 second. Tessa Bunch for Gia Miller 6 minutes 17 seconds. The caller, I'll say my thoughts till after because I got some thoughts about this match. The Call Your Shot Gala match. Frank Kazarian and Nick Nemeth won by pinning each other.
Yep.
Frank Kazarian's a 2-time winner because he won it last year.
Mhm.
Claudia Jordan retains the knockouts over Indy Hartwell 21 seconds. Hardcore War System defeating Order 4 in 19 minutes 47 seconds. I really like that one, I'm going to be honest. Leon Slater and Giovanni for the Extra Title goes no contest 21 minutes 43 seconds. By the way, before I move on, Scott, did they say it was a 20-minute time limit?
Honestly, I don't remember, but it wouldn't surprise me because they've done stuff like that before. So
Makes sense. For the NXT TNA titles in a tables match, the Hardys retains our Team 3D 15 minutes 1. So let's be honest, when they said it's 3D's last match, that was a very card. And Mike Santana to beat Trick Williams 16 minutes 12 seconds to finally win the fucking TNA World Title.
Yep.
Finally. Yep. So I'll do my reign, cage match reigns first, and then I'll do my reigns. So the Knockouts Tag Title match, cage match, gave it 5.44 on 8 votes. This gets worse, trust me. International title match got a 6.27. Tessa vs. Gia, a 2.59. The Kali Shot Gauntlet got a 3.93. Knockouts title match got 4.55. Hardcore War got 7.15. X-Fish title match got 8.26. The tables match got 4.51. Oof, a little rough on that one.
Right?
And the TNA World Title Match 7.19 on 80 votes. So my ratings: Knockouts Title Match 5 out of 10, International Title Match 6 out of 10, Blanche vs. Mill I give a 5 out of 10, the Collier Shot Gauntlet a 1 out of 10.
Yes, I know one.
I'll get to that in a minute. Knockouts Title Match I give a 6 out of 10, Hardcore War 7 out of 10, Extra Title Match a 7.5 out of 10 because of the bullshit ending.
Yep.
Still mad about it.
I know.
The Tables Match 6 out of 10, and the TNA World Title Match 7 out of 10. So
not a single Ethan pick on Bound for Glory.
you know what? I'm going first for this one. Slater and Evans would have been an Ethan pick if the fucking time limit didn't happen and a dark state didn't ruin it.
See, I'm okay with the time limit because it got the crowd all excited about having 5 more minutes. You have Santino come out, he gives them 5 more minutes. And yeah, then Dark State comes out within like 2 minutes of that extra time started, and they just destroyed all of them. I mean, they did a decent job on NXT this past Tuesday, kind of explaining why they attacked, but still, like at the time, those two were putting on some of the greatest shit that I've seen in quite a long time in person, and then to have them come out and just completely obliterate both of them, this crowd was hot. They were so mad. It even got me. I watched wrestling for 35 years this year, and I don't get too riled up when it comes to things because I understand it's an art form. But god damn it, that got me pissed.
No, the time limit. If they just left the time limit, like I would have been okay with. It's more the dark, like the extra, and then Dark Side's like, now fuck you, we're in it. But it was more of that. But I love by the way, the spot where Drama's got to chop him, and he just it's like
The arcade, yeah.
That was
great. Yeah,
that was awesome. I was like,
Yeah.
I've been on that near. I'm like, John might win this one. But
everybody around me were all watching it, and all of a sudden he did that. We all went, "Oh shit!"
it's over. New champ. I'm like, that's one thing announcers gotta stop doing is saying new champ. They're
I
kicking
know,
out.
right? Yeah,
They're kicking out. Now I'm gonna go on the Collier Shot. Match went on way too long. Did not need it.
It's a 20 person. I'm kind of also I gotta say standout is Danny Luna.
Thank you.
In that match.
Thank you.
The ridiculousness that she's able to do. Like when I first watched her when she was part of Spitfire, I'm like, there's something about this girl. Like I think she's gonna be a big deal. And she kind of went heel for a little bit, which was weird, but I don't know. If she can continue to do stuff like this, I think she's gonna be a major player in the next year or so.
Well, I'll give my early 2026 prediction. She wins the Knockouts title.
I could see it.
I hate the ending double pin.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Yeah.
It's funny how Center and Zay had to flip a coin, but the Rascals could all come in.
That bugged me. I'm like, there's supposed to be one person. Why are all 3 of them running in?
That was so technically it's a 23 person, but they're like, oh, it counts as one. No, fuck you.
Yeah, that was kind of dumb.
And then the double, I felt bad for Joey Threat because Frankie's like, nope, I'm getting my revenge. But that double pin's really kind of, and I don't blame the fans for saying bullshit.
Yeah.
That was so dumb. And then the ending of the Teenage World Title match, that was awesome. That's celebration, but like the teasing of the cash, I'm like, really? We're gonna do that again? Like, and apparently you have to hold the trophy.
Right, to cash in. Yeah.
And Frankie's like, uh-oh.
But we got Elijah back. As soon as I heard the strum, I was like, yes! I was very excited.
Oh, we also got Spike Deli back on the show, too.
Yes, that's true, too.
That was great.
Showing up in the beginning of the tables match.
By the Hardcore War, I know I've been kind of critical on Alicia Edwards, but she was my MVP for that match. Her and John Skyler, honestly. John Skyler's like, I don't get because he put a tweet out saying like Bound for Glory. I think he was on the pre-show the last couple of times, and like he's been off one of them. He's like, this is my moment. I'm gonna bleed like a bucket.
He like came up. I don't remember what it was. Like he hit on the outside or something. He comes up. He's literally his entire front side of his body is just red. I'm like, the fuck?
Where did you bleed, sir?
What did you do? How deep is that cut, sir?
Is it Jay Cargo deep or what?
Oh Jesus!
But those were my MVPs from the Hardcore War. Knockouts title match was kind of weird because we're both baby faces.
we were talking about that in the crowd. We were just like, it's kind of weird. Like I think that's the only match the crowd was kind of like meh about, because you're right. It's face versus face. So it's kind of, it was awkward. Obviously, if Ash by Elegance was still the champion, then you would have had more of a backing for Indy. But yeah, Kalani, I think, is this weird, like she's a face, but kind of trying to not be a face, but she really can't pull off a heel at this time. So yeah, it was a weird thing, and I don't know. I'm actually kind of glad that Kalani retained the title, but at the same time, it's like I feel bad because now NXT still holds on to one of their major titles, even though Trick finally lost their actual TNA title.
I love, by the way, how Trick was beating on Mike in front of his daughter, and she literally like slapped the shit out of him.
She had that. She had that locked and loaded forever. It's like all of a sudden it's just like, whoa.
Did you go to the Stephen Middle School of slap? Holy shit!
With the quickness.
She's like, yeah, but yeah, that was my only complaint. But that got Cardi shove. That was easily the worst fucking thing for him. And by the way, they pulled a WWE with the short ramp and the turn.
Yes. Yep.
Someone's like, who bought WWE's product?
I mean, I like it though because they were able to fit more people in the arena,
which is nice.
Yeah, for TNA, this is wonderful. I hope that they continue to get these larger crowds, and you know, I thought it delivered. Personally, being there, I don't know how it would translate on television, but being there, it was great, and that arena has no bad seats. So the only problem I had with where I was is that they had the elongated hard cam. So that was in every photo I took. So I'm just like, oh, well, it is what it is. I'll know next time not to sit there. I'll sit on the other end, so I won't have that in my way. But other than that small gripe, I thought the show was good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I give it overall rating. I give it a 7 just because of the X-Division title and the Hardcore War and the TNA title match.
I remember we went there one time. We went there one time, Sam,
Yep.
Scott, and myself. We went to see a Ring of Honor event there, which was cool.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a good arena. NXT never run there yet. They might though. I can see NXT running that building.
I think NXT's run there before.
I think so.
Have they?
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh yeah,
Songus Arena. Songus is bad. But
the parking there is great. Either you're in the little garage or you're in the little parking lot. It's wonderful.
You know, surprisingly,
parking $20 and $25. So that's fine. You can get a quick exit. Hell yeah.
You know, surprisingly, that arena or Lowell. Sorry, Lowell folk, but as much as Lowell is a dump, like it arguably has some of the best parking for these shows.
It does.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
That was the most backhand compliment from Sam.
But I mean, it's Lowell, so it's not really, you know.
There's no other reason to go there except that place.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll have to make a note. Travel. Don't go to Lowell.
Yeah.
Unless it's for wrestling.
Battleground 23 was there.
Oh, okay. I thought that was the other one. By the way, Scott, they're saying 1 TNA and Scott 1 Crown Jewel. Any clean sweep?
Clean sweep on Crown Jewel though, so I'll take it.
By the way, John, that's an extra point for anytime we get a clean sweep. It's an automatic extra point.
Oh wow. Okay.
You go undefeated on a show, you get 2 points.
Yep.
For the show. So we actually need to have a sit down still and rework the rules so everyone knows what's going on. And we have it for our benefit because we're kind of flying by the
seat of our pants. Yeah.
Yeah. I really enjoyed this show. Yeah. I think the thing with at least with the X Division title and shenanigans are always going to happen. I think the problem kind of going off what you guys are saying is if one of these happened and the other one didn't, it probably would have had a little less of an impact. But like, all right, that was stupid. But like when you start doing the shenanigans over and over and over, like you do it more than once, that's where people are like, why am I watching this?
LOL TNA.
I know. Yeah. It was like after they had the call your shot gauntlet, and with that screwy finish, like the crowd obviously was not very happy. And then 3 matches later, or 2 matches, no, 3 matches later, you have the X Division title match when the crowd is on fire the entire time, and then Darkseid's like, screw you guys. Yeah, they were not happy.
Yeah. John, did you watch this at all?
I didn't watch it, but I know what Scott and I know what they're talking about with the call your shot and then the X Division. I saw people were not happy about those two things. It's like, well, we're running this big show, so why not?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely worth it. At least if you're not watching the shows, their pay-per-views have been pretty solid.
Mhm.
So actually, if you had to rewatch one of those shows, I have my personal opinion. Which of the two would you rewatch?
Crown Jewel just because of Cena and Styles.
I don't know. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm leaning TNA because I felt like I was more invested in the TNA, the TNA Bound for Glory. Now, had you taken the Cena Styles match, inserted it into the TNA show,
10 out of 10 show.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
I'd probably pick TNA only because I'd like to watch it and not be like there. And you know what I mean? Like like we've gone to like Manias, we've gone to Rumbles, other pay-per-views. I always go back and watch them afterwards to see like what the announcers are saying, like during the match, like how they're trying to hype everything up, how the crowd sounds too. So it's like, I don't know. So I'd probably want to I'd rewatch TNA as well.
it's interesting. I've actually never gone back and watched a show that I was at.
Mhm.
Probably
It's one
should.
of my favorite things to do because I like to see how, like watching the 2011 Rumble that I went to in Boston when it was the 40-man Rumble, and then going back and watching it afterwards and just seeing like how like the announcers. I think that was the one where Matt Striker like freaked out.
Holy shit! I'm gonna mark out.
Yeah. Like you don't hear that when you're there watching. You're just excited because the legends are coming back. But yeah, watching, I miss him as an announcer. He did such a great job on Lucha Underground. So, and of course, there's my Lucha Underground moment of the night.
Took a while.
It has been a while.
All right. Well, I guess that wraps up the pay-per-views. Like we said, Wrestle Dream is going to be happening this coming weekend. We'll probably chat about that. Not a pick show. So, which one of these articles do we want to start with first?
All the above. No, sure.
How about we start with old Andre?
Yeah, why
Old
not?
Andrade.
Andre.
That's another one for you, Andre.
Yeah, John.
Andre El Idolo.
Yeah.
John, give us the breakdown on this.
Yes. So we all know here, and maybe those listening, that Andrade was released from AEW last month, I believe, and then within 3 weeks of him being fired, released, whatever you want to say, from WWE. It was the October 1st episode of Dynamite, AEW Dynamite, and the 6-year anniversary, I believe it was, show. And he shows up and confronts one of their top guys in the company, Kenny Omega, and he joins the Don Callis family, who makes the NWO look small.
He's not wrong, though.
So he was there. He confronted the top star there, and we have not seen him since. Today is now the 16th. And so I think people were wondering, where is he? Where is he? Especially with Wrestle Dream coming up, I think, this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently the report is, I saw that Uncle Dave Meltzer had reported on this, so I took it with a grain of salt. But then I saw Brian Alvarez mentioned it, and I said, okay, he's at least more sensible than him. Yeah, sometimes. So he said that the reason Andrade's not been on AEW is because he broke a 90-day no compete clause with WWE, and they actually sent over a cease and desist. Uh, so what do you guys think that, like, in terms of that? This is the first time I've seen this happen, I think.
Well, apparently with contracts with TKO now, apparently it's up to 1 year. So you might not even see.
Holy shit! I didn't realize it was up to a year. Wow.
Well, that's new. Also, I gotta break some news here. It's non wrestling. Ace Farley passed away.
Yes,
Who
he
did?
did.
Hey,
Ace Frehley.
Freely.
Yeah.
Kiss.
Yes.
Yeah, I did see that like 20 minutes, like 10 minutes
Yeah.
ago. I was just like, I'm gonna not.
Well,
bring this
I
up.
broke it, so.
So, here's the thing. I did see. I don't know because, from my understanding, he was let go from WWE due to all of his wellness policies. There was no discussion about a non-compete clause. And I did see an article that said that if he breaks a non-compete, he can, like, there's something in there that tells him that he cannot perform for like a year on TV. I don't know how you enforce something like that. As much as we can critique Tony Khan for certain things, I feel like this is a business. I feel like dealing with the kind of money he is, he does not want to be. He would not want to ignore something like that. Like, I feel like he's at least smart enough to be like, yeah, we know non-compete. Nope, that's a legal thing.
Tony is especially with the business sense. That's not something he would overlook. But I think that Andrade is the type of person that would probably not mention that.
That's
Like
kind of what I'm leaning on.
Like, it's the same thing. Like, the first time he was in AEW and he had that problem with Sammy Guevara, he's like, "Well, don't go beat up Sammy Guevara." And guess what he did? He went and to beat him up. Yeah, so I think Andrade,
I won't beat him up. Beat him up.
he kind of fucked himself with this, if this is indeed what happened.
Look, Andrade's the first one to go WWE to AEW, back to WWE, back to
Yep.
AEW. And somebody's like, well, we'll see Andrade at the 2027
Right.
Rumble.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
And in 2029, he'll be back at
Yep.
AEW.
Yep.
Now,
it's like the summer. It's like the Olympics. Every 2 years, he goes back.
now the thing that I did see, and again, we're playing some very dangerous games between both of these companies, especially with WWE having the TKO brand over them.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said that they might have not told him about this non-compete clause, let him go, show up on TV just for them to run back around and go, oh, yeah, no, you got a non-compete.
I feel like that just opens them up to get sued. And honestly, if Andrade didn't have an agent, to look over his contract, you'd think the agent would have been the first person to tell him, you have a non-compete, you're not going anywhere, just chill out at home for 3 months, and then we can talk with AEW. I feel like, I don't know, it's weird. Like, I don't even know if it's legal for WWE to, if they did slap on one after the fact. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know any of this shit. It's just it's weird that something like this is coming up. And I feel like I want to give Andrade the benefit of the doubt that he didn't know, or I don't know. I don't know. It's just such a weird situation.
This whole situation, he goes to companies back and forth like Big Show turn heel. But anyway,
well, also this was news to me that I heard today. This comes from I was listening to James Romero talk about it. Who's, if those who don't know, he's the co-host with Stevie Richards and Dutch Mantel. He shared that I think in April of 2024 that the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, that something happened where 90-day compete clauses were no longer going to be a thing in the United States.
I think I've seen that before. I think somebody.
But what happened was state of Texas made some sort of appeal to it, so it's not actually in effect yet. So 90-day compete clauses are still a thing until such time as it's not. But yeah, this whole thing is really bizarre though, because that's not something you would overlook, because then legalities get brought into it,
Right.
which that probably will be the case if that's what's happening here.
Yep.
I find it interesting. There is something definitely weird going on with this, particularly because there's always something about these contracts. We always almost know if there's a non-compete before they even leave.
Right.
Yeah.
And what does the internet say? Like, if you looked at articles from like a month, 2 months ago, I think we had this conversation where we said we didn't think he had a non-compete.
Right.
Right.
Because normally, like you said, it's the first thing that somebody says. Oh, they're getting released, so they have 90 days. And even the wrestlers say it themselves in like one of their first tweets or whatever after they get released. Oh, I'll be available in 90 days or 30 days if they're in NXT. But it's like, yeah, there was nothing. He was just like freedom or whatever, and then he
Like
showed up on
yeah.
AEW three weeks later.
Oh,
So I was like,
yeah,
oh shit! All right, here we go.
I think too, he had some time left on his contract. It wasn't like his time was. It wasn't like the time was coming up. You know, he got in trouble.
Yeah.
For something apparently, and it's not whatever he was in trouble for. It probably wasn't marijuana, because nobody gets in trouble for that in WWE anymore.
Right.
So he had to have been doing something else, or he denied being tested, which would have been the same result.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, the rumors that I guess he denied, he refused to do drug tests. So that's probably why. But yeah, this whole situation's kind of weird. Like, he showed up, like John said, attacked Kenny Omega, and he just gone. And then he had the night of Wrestle Dream, he was supposed to be, so I think in the Caribbean or something, like not even in the States wrestling, and then they just magically pull him away. So I don't know. But speaking of actually releases, did anybody see the new WID? Half of them got released.
Yeah, it's kind of falling apart a little bit.
It's going well, guys.
Bryce Donovan was the last one to. I should say latest one to be like, hey, bye.
Yep.
So, and Wesley's gone, but he'd probably go to TNA.
No. On Andrade, I don't think will be missed that much anyway. So, the issue with him was never about his wrestling. He could wrestle. There was just no charisma to him. It's not even an issue with the language barrier, because, like, yes, his English is not great. We know this, but like on Raw, like Io Sky and Asuka perform and do entire segments in Japanese with subtitles sometimes. So I said, the issue with language should not be a thing. It just I felt like he didn't have it. In terms of a like on-screen character.
He needed a mouthpiece to help him. Like when he had the best of 7 series with Carmelo Hayes, he didn't need to talk because Carmelo did all the talking for both of them, and then they fought. And I thought that was one of the better series of his entire career. But then once he's done with that, you need to do something with him. And I was liking what he was doing with Rey Fenix, and then all of a sudden he was gone.
Because he was after SummerSlam, yeah, he was gone.
Yeah. So it's like, all right, but you're right. Like his charisma wasn't there. It's just like you said, he could perform in the ring, no problems whatsoever. What he was able to do. But if he had a mouthpiece with him, I think he probably would have been a lot higher up on the card. And I think that's what he was wanting when he came back from AEW, that they wanted to push him up higher. They really didn't do that.
No.
And again, I think he's very talented in the ring, and I think he does need a mouthpiece, because if I'm going to be honest with you, and this might be a hot take, The last time I feel like he was like extremely relevant was when he was in NXT.
Correct.
Yep.
Nope. 100%.
When he had Zelina Vega as his mouthpiece. I mean, Scott, I'm actually looking at it. He was he fought Aleister Black at NXT TakeOver Orlando when we went.
Yep.
And he had the whole gimmick, and that's what. Then he went up, and it's like, what is this?
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of that, though, back then is also the Vince McMahon effect, because you come from NXT, you make a name for yourself. Vince immediately tears it down. The Ascension will always be the number one thing that Vince ruined. When they were in NXT, you couldn't touch the Ascension. They were the perfect heel tag team. They were dominant and they were fantastic. You bring them up to the main roster, within weeks, they're jokes. And then they get put with Stardust.
Well, it didn't help that JBL called him a rip-off Legion of Doom.
Well, of course. Yeah. You need your heel commentators to build up your heel tag teams. But JBL being JBL, putting himself over before putting over anybody else. It's just like, Jesus Christ, guys.
Yeah, because he was doing the APA thing, and then he brought Ron Simmons, and then they haven't been the same since.
It's just, it still irks me to this day to see the talent that came from NXT to the main roster that should have been superstars end up turning into flops because Vince doesn't like their look.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hideo Itami.
Thank you.
I'm gonna puke.
If you know, you know.
All right. What else did we have on the docket here?
Jacoby Fatu.
Oh yeah. Jacob is out. Could be out for like a year.
Yep.
Oh, he is? Oh, I actually didn't know that. Huh.
It was a non-wrestling injury, Ethan. Is that what the message was that you sent? And then all of a sudden, yeah, it's like he was just starting to do stuff with Drew, and I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be amazing. And then all of a sudden, now he's
hell yeah, meat slapping, and then Jacob Hutchinson. Whoops.
In other news, Kota Ibushi's out for 2 years.
What a broken.
Oh my god, dude, that dude is snake bitten.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got people who are blaming Josh Alexander. It's not his fucking fault, so please fuck off. I seen some tweets saying that so people didn't see the video. So Alexander was sitting on the top rope. I think he was trying to give him like put him on his shoulders, but I don't know what happened. They were in Florida, so the Heat probably. And then Ibushi went like legs first, and you could tell he's on his legs like, like.
Yeah, I saw the video. I was just like, oh, that didn't look good. No, that wasn't a good landing.
I thought maybe at first I thought he maybe torn something, and then he put on his Instagram that he broke his femur. It's like, well, he's out for 2 years.
Yeah, that Tony signed him, I believe, for whatever X amount of years, and then he break both of his ankles, and then he was out, and then he comes back, and now he breaks his leg.
Well, it's interesting because he was also very accident prone in New Japan. Ethan and I were talking about this previously. He got injured on a G1 Climax final against Okada, and in the middle of it, they just had to stop and surround him to figure out, oh yeah, this is it. This is your final.
He did a Phoenix Splash and he fucked up his shoulder. So that ever since that basically like cursed him because he broke his ankles against Mirufuji and Noah, which that was a disappointing match. Yeah, he's just like John. He just got a snake bitten. He said he was thinking about retiring until Tony Khan. I think they bought him flowers or something. Basically, if you read his Instagram post, you know what he said. But basically, he's like the best. And he put hashtag Tony Khan and hashtag Kenny Omega. Like, God, keep being Ibushi. But yeah, so a lot of interest. So yeah, Jacob Fatu, thanks to Body Slam, Patreon. Go subscribe to that, by the way. Had a non-wrestling injury, so he might be. I'm like, no. There goes my 2026 plans for him. Him and Drew, though, meat slapper.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Apparently, the rumor was him and Drew were supposed to face off. Actually, they were supposed to face off as well. We're recording Thursday, SmackDown. Well, that's not happening now.
Right.
Damn.
Well, speaking of injuries.
Yeah. What a segue.
If that's where I think Sam was going next.
Well, no, actually, I was pretty much the Ibushi in that one. I feel like we had something else on our docket.
Cena.
Well,
yes,
that and Seth Franklin Rollins,
Yes.
his injury.
Yes.
Well, I think he is actually
Well,
injured.
yeah, that's the thing. Like after the last one, it's like, is he actually injured? I don't know.
I think this one,
Yes.
the report is, I guess he might be out. The latest one I seen, I can't remember who it was. It was probably Uncle Dave. Keep that with a grain of salt, in the words of John. I bet he might be out past WrestleMania.
Yeah, it was a shoulder injury on the
Coast
coast
to
to
coast.
coast, which was still wild to me that he would pull that out of the bag for absolutely no reason. But yeah, I don't know. The ending of Raw was shocking. Like I didn't expect the turn to happen so quickly, but if he's injured, he's going to be gone for a while. Now's the perfect time to pull the trigger to do the turn. But what do you do with the World Heavyweight Championship now?
Put on Braun Breaker.
You could, but who knows? You also got CM Punk now. Is your
I
number
was
one
gonna say
contender.
Punk. But also,
Mhm.
Punk, he's another one who gets injured easily too. Like,
Yeah. Well, he is a little older now in the game, so
you know,
Breaking news: Sky Street Train calls
Well,
CM Punk old.
I said
I think-
older. I didn't say old. And actually, I think
I
he's
think-
young. I think he's younger than I am. Actually,
I think Seth was kind of asking for trouble on that coast to coast spot.
yeah.
Yeah, because there was no good way to land doing that. He got the headbutt, and I mean it looked all right, but just the way you see the way that he lands, and it's just like all of his weight was right on that shoulder there. And
Yep.
not
I
good.
get it. You're trying to do you're trying to do something different, but I don't know. But everybody made the joke like, "Oh, is this a real thing or is this a?"
There's a reason it's never been done before.
Yeah.
By the way,
No.
don't tell your daughter because she might run to her teacher again.
Yeah.
And I just looked up. Punk's 46, so I'm fine. I'm not that old.
Scott's like, I gotta prove my age. He's younger.
so we had that injuries galore. So let's hop over quickly. I guess wrap this up with AJ Styles. Is that where we're ending here?
Either that or Cena.
Let's wrap with both. It was good to wrap twice, guys. So anyone wanna? Ethan, you good? You
Yeah,
good,
I'm
buddy?
good. I'm good, buddy. Fuck. Keep talking.
So we know, and I think we kind of stated it here. AJ Styles officially announced after Perth that it will be his retirement in 26.
Yep.
Also, I mean, I'd be curious to see who retires him. That reminds me what we were going to talk about, because I actually having some I'm just not remembering anything right now, guys. The rumors of who Cena is going to be retired by.
Mhm.
At least the articles I've seen a lot of, Gunther comes up. And to be honest with you, and I don't know, we all can do a round robin here. He seems to be the only one I'd be I don't want to say the only one, but one of the ones I can go, yeah, I'm comfortable with that. But he is older, so he's not really retiring to a younger dude. Even Cody. Cody's in his 40s? About to push 40?
Yeah, he's like late 30 or late 40s around there.
I
Which
think
isn't look bad.
I got a thought, and I think at least three of us will know who we're all thinking. But I want to hear, what is everyone, who are we feeling? What are your thoughts on the rumors?
Do a Cena tournament, the Cena Invitational, winner faces on Saturday night's main event.
I mean, I thought I saw a rumor about that being tossed around that they were going to do a tournament to see who would face Cena at Saturday night's main event.
Cena.
Yeah, well played. Yeah.
I mean, I know we're gonna be in DC, so it's gonna be Saturday night's main commercial because that's what they're gonna do. We're gonna
They're on
see.
Peacock. They're on Peacock, Scott. Okay.
Oh, that's even still on Peacock, they're still gonna have commercials because they gotta have their advertisements in. So it's still not going to be 2 hours of wrestling. It's going to be like 45 minutes of wrestling. So
Maybe lower, half an hour.
maybe, yeah. I don't know. Obviously, like the last rumored people they're talking about, Gunther was one, Dominic Mysterio is another. But if they do that at Survivor Series, then there's no point of what happens after that, because he still has, what was it? He's gone until Boston on the 10th, and then he's doing Madison Square Garden the 17th, and then doing Survivor Series, and then December 13th and Saturday Night's Main Event's his last show. Is he wrestling? We don't even know that.
That's true.
He should. Will he? I don't know. It is in DC. It'd be great to see Batista, but he's done. So obviously that's not going to happen.
Batista said he'd rather go broke than wrestle again. So.
Yeah, I know.
Give me what I want.
He had the perfect ending that he wanted. He finally put Triple H over, after all these years. So, I don't know. I'm just, the longer I've been watching this year-long, farewell to Cena, it's been hitting a little bit harder that, he's done after this.
In less than 2
real
months.
For real. Like, he's not a heel anymore, so there's not even the potential swerve of I'm going to keep going because I'm still the champion.
It's interesting. It's interesting because Ashley was like, when I told her he's retiring, she was, oh, he's not retiring. He's not really. I go, some of these people I go, and this is a lot of stock to put into a retirement for the year.
I believe Cena when he says, like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unless he comes out in that same jacket, then I know it's going to be...
Oh my God, would that be great if he comes out on
a colored suit? Because remember AJ Richards said he was gonna, and he's like, "Nope, I tricked you."
Yep.
I just
watching you, AJ.
I think Cena's different the same way, and I feel like for example, we know The Rock is not retired.
No.
The Rock is in Hollywood. If he came out and said, "I'm going to retire," he's in Hollywood. He can't have any of these issues.
Right.
So same thing with Cena. I believe Cena is probably getting ready to wrap it up. Like, he's making I'm going to tell you right now. I don't know if any of you have watched Peacemaker yet.
I said bits and pieces. There we go.
Okay. So if you haven't seen Suicide Squad, where he's in, actually, that's pretty good. Peacemaker, seasons 1 and 2 surpasses it. And I will even make a hot take here, even though I don't think it's really a hot take. John Cena is a way better actor than The Rock.
No, 100%. I agree.
No, he is. Yep.
Like in Peacemaker, I was watching, I was talking to a friend of mine. I go, his emotions are just like up and down this whole show. And I'm like, you almost forget you're watching Cena, whereas The Rock, you're like, oh, he's in the same uniform and the same mannerisms and the same facial expressions.
Yep.
Is he on this? Is this the same universe? Like,
right. Yeah.
If we're comparing them, Sam, just in comparison, I saw the Smashing Machine not too long ago, and it was not very good. And
what is the Statman rating that movie?
That one, I have to go and check. Let me see really quick.
We need an impromptu Statman rating.
Yeah, that was a 2 out of 5 for me.
Especially since that had a lot. Everyone was raving about that movie coming out.
Yep.
Yeah.
But no, I think Cena you got a good 20. I say 20 because he's 47.
2002. Well, I guess 25 years technically if you don't count his UPW.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
It's
I'm not
23 years in the main roster, but I think he's been wrestling for 25, 26, 27 years.
Yeah.
I'm talking like in film. He's got another
30, he's got plenty of time. Oh God, yeah.
30 years at least.
Yeah.
Assuming he lives for a long time. He's got at least 30 years. So he's probably going to be like, all right, this is done. I got literally a whole second life.
Yep. And he just got married too. So
now we can have kids. I don't know how old his wife is, but just some hope. I don't know. He's done raising everyone else's, so now we can go out and have his own and raise his own.
Yes, Sam taking shots. Love it.
Braun Breaker, I think, would be a cool one. Would be a good one. Good over.
Okay.
One that comes to mind because he is safe in regards to ring work is Kevin Owens.
KO's still
injured.
injured.
Oh, is he still injured? All right.
Yeah, God, I don't know. Honestly, with neck surgery, I don't know if we'll ever see him wrestle again. And that
He's
breaks
up in
my
the
heart to
air.
say.
To be fair, he did dress with Cena for Halloween, so
That
Sam.
he did. I thought that was great.
So I can't
Yeah.
fault Sam on that one. But if I have to say an old opponent, like if you want to do another like blast in the past, oh forget Randy. Oh no, they did one. Never mind. Could maybe Roman. I don't know. But newbies, I can see Bronson Reed.
Or everybody's throwing out the 1% chance that somebody will cross over from another company for one night and be his final opponent.
Say same, John.
Edge.
Oh.
Which,
He's saying he thinks he knows him. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that
Which,
'cause when Copeland left, they're like, "Oh, he's going back there to face Cena."
which he would be, if that were in the realm of possibility, he would be who I would want as his final opponent.
yes, 100%.
I
can
could
see
see
that.
that. Yeah. I will always say though, I do like when you hand it over to younger talent. You know, sometimes that's
Yeah.
like the Edge thing. Completely get. If he was like, "Hey, buddy, I want you to put me out to pasture," cool. But if you were to think like a younger talent, I don't even know half these people anymore, and I haven't been off the train that long.
Well, Gunther could be the new Legend Killer.
Gunther's 38. Is that still young enough? That's the one that comes to mind is Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker is 27.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's younger than I am.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
That's what I'm thinking. Like you
Which
go
is
that
crazy, I
route.
think.
Carmelo Hayes is a little older, but you could go with him. You could do Chad Gable.
There's
Oh
rumors
yeah, Chad
that
Gable. I'm on board with that one.
there's rumors that I saw the last couple of days. They were talking about War Games, how they were supposed to have different members of the Vision and going against, I think, like Roman, Jay, Jimmy, and stuff like that. But there was a name on there that I was surprised to see. And I know he's already faced Cena at one point, but Austin Theory, returning from injury, could join this new Vision now that Seth's out of the picture. He's already beaten Cena once. Here's a perfect way to put him over completely again. To have him be the one to attack Cena before Saturday Night's main event, and then they have the match, and Austin can go over. Will the crowd enjoy that? I don't know.
No,
Probably not. But it's a possibility. He's obviously a very young talent. You have Paul Heyman behind him. He doesn't need to talk. He doesn't have to worry about Grayson Waller anymore because he's playing with the New Day. So it's a possibility. It's not very high, but it's a possibility. Another young guy you could put out there.
I know Joe Hendry's trying to still get that.
Joe
match.
Hendry's been pushing for a match with
Yeah.
Cena as well. I think that actually, thank you for reminding me of that. That one could be fun too. But it's not like a putting him out match. It's just two mega faces in wrestling.
Could be
Joe's over. I don't care what anybody says. Joe is over. So
Mm-hmm.
He's getting that. He's getting that dirty contract next year.
oh, absolutely. Oh my God, yes.
Yep.
I mean, the president of TNA himself even said, if you want to go to WWE, TNA will help you get there. So it's like, if they're going to be a feeder company for WWE now, great. Kind of sad that they're like that. I wish that they would kind of want to stand on their own and keep their own wrestlers, but him saying out loud, if you want to go there, we can help you.
He said the quiet part out loud.
Huh?
He said the quiet part out loud.
Yeah, keep that in your brain.
All right. Well,
Oh, I got one more. Sorry. If you want someone from NXT, there's two names I got: Alba Femi, Trick Williams.
you do both of them. I feel like you need a I know we're gonna go over for time here, but I was thinking NXT. 4 minutes.
And then Darkseid comes out.
No, we all get beat up with the lights start to flash. We're all like in our seats.
That's on the podcast. There's my podcast name. 5 more minutes. So Here's my thing with that. You need to start booking that now
Yes.
because it is the 16th of October.
Yep.
How many appearances did we say he has? 2 or 3?
He's got 4 left.
4.
4 left. So you got less than 2 months with 4 appearances. You need to start doing something now if you want the NA. Because it's not even about having set up a storyline. It's also about bringing the NXT talent up.
Yep.
You can't just bring them. You just can't bring them up. Oh, I'm going to wrestle Cena, pin him, and that's that. They need to play a part in this long story. And I guess going off of what Scott said is you might be able to end it with somebody he's already wrestled.
Right. Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, it's good because he's got the 2 weeks leading into Survivor Series to have a small feud there. And then he takes a couple weeks off and then he comes back for his last match. Or his last show. Because we don't know if he's wrestling on Saturday night's main event. Maybe the whole show will be dedicated to his career and whatnot. We don't know. We don't know what they're going to do yet. I'm still kind of a little salty that it's not ending in Boston because that's where it should have ended, but that's whatever.
Tell me how
I don't know. It would not surprise me if Dominic Mysterio was his last opponent at Survivor Series, and then he just has his goodbye show on Saturday night's main event.
Yeah, he may not want the Goldberg treatment.
Right.
or the Kurt Angle treatment.
Yeah.
That still saddens me because they should have done so much more with Baron Corbin. To have him put Angle out and then have him completely just fall on his face is just it.
Yeah.
Like not even with the bum ass Corbin, which was hilarious. And I love the fact that no matter whatever shit they gave him, he turned it into, chicken salad. It was great. So it was wonderful, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's one of the ones where I think that's his. I know Kurt Angle didn't want him; he wanted somebody else, and Vince was like, "No, Corbin's going over."
He wanted John Cena.
Yeah, he wanted Cena, and then not only does Corbin pin him in a mediocre match, forget. The only reason we remember is because it's mediocre, but then they don't do anything with it,
right?
For Corbin.
Yeah,
they did it one night. He's like, "I retired Angle," and that was pretty legit.
Pretty much, yeah.
But that's nothing. Randy was the legend killer, and that became his moniker. And think of to this day, when you put somebody out to pasture, there's a reason. There's a reason for it. We'll go back to Ric Flair. I'm going to use Flair as a good example. Not so much his retirement, but
I was going to say, I'm like, wait a minute.
Well, think about the Nature Boy. That was not his title. That was Buddy
right.
Rogers.
Yep.
He wrestled Buddy to be the man. You had to beat the man. That was the saying.
Yep.
So when he beat, and I don't know if Buddy Rogers retired after that, but he took the name. Like there was meaning to that,
right?
And to do what they did to Angle, it just you watch him walk out of that match, and it's so weird, and it's in the middle of the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I was there, WrestleMania 33. When what we all assumed was going to be The Undertaker's last match.
Yep.
And you know what? Despite what people thought of Roman Reigns at that point, they booed him out of that fucking building on Monday.
Holy shit.
That 15 minutes was just boo. And you know what? Did they do something with it? Kinda. Should have they had one? But we could have that conversation. But that one always blows up my ass. But that's why I think with Cena, especially John Cena, you can't have nobody finish him off, and then leave, and then that's it.
Like if Dom is the one to beat him, he will ride that for months and just continue to just piss on people about it, and it's going to be great. The problem is he's now over with the crowd, so I don't know what they're going to do.
Well, I've seen people move fast. I've seen the MJFs and the Adam Coles of the world flip really quickly. So,
before we go, there's another injury that happened last night. Well, as for Cornus last night on Dynamite, and that guy name is Roosh.
Roosh.
I missed that. When did that happen?
So he tripped, landed on his arm, dislocated. This is from Observer. I guess he got in the ring, tripped, and landed on his arm, and then dislocated his elbow. But he popped it back in to finish the trios
Ooh.
title match.
That's rough.
Is he
my elbow
injured
hurts.
out? Like, is he out injured, or is it just like temporary?
No, I should be fine now. I think he's just like, fuck it.
Well, I mean, dislocated elbow is not exactly the. Probably gonna need a little time to recover.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we have gone over,
We're
our
over our
5 minutes.
Yeah.
We're like AEW on Dynamite. We go 5-10 minutes overtime.
So, since we're wrapping up, John, why don't you tell people where they can find you at?
Not on X. Never, ever on X. We'll never say never. But if you want to see my review of the Smashing Machine, there's a Facebook page called Lamped, LAMP''D. You can check my quick 1-minute thoughts on The Rock's not so good acting.
All right. Ethan, where can everyone find you at?
You can find me on X at wrestling_fan_9 is on my title. pwmedia.com, bodyslam.net, Turnbuckle Times, where I review everything on the sun, no pun intended. ATR Twitter for the Japan stuff, which I still got to catch up on. I was busy with Thanksgiving and stuff, so
That's right. Happy Thanksgiving for you.
thank you. Your guys is at the end of the month, so
That's true.
November.
Yeah.
And of course, ATR Wrestling with Sam, which by the way, next episode is gonna be a big one because we got to talk about 2 big shows.
We got a lot coming up, guys. We are less than a little over 2 months away, 2.5 months away from Wrestle Kingdom. So shit's about to happen. Scott, where can people find you at?
Find me pretty much everywhere as Scotty J Stream. 1/4 of ATR's War and host of Catching a View from Over the Ring. But yeah, that's about it.
And you can find me as ASOB Official on X, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We're on TikTok. I'm going to keep pushing TikTok. Discord. We have a Discord. We are on all streaming platforms. If you cannot find us on there, please let us know. We'll put ourselves on there. Leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell people why Above the Ring and Bedlam Media is the podcast if you're choosing and why they should listen to us as well. Guys, we are way out of time. Thank you so much for listening. And as always, do not forget to join the Bedlam.
Thanks, guys.